Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into another video. Today I'm here to talk about the recent problems that everyone has been suffering from, which is not actually lag. Everybody has been treating it as lag, but in fact it's actually named to package loss. And in case you don't know what I'm talking about, if you ever got into a match where you're trying to play Maeve, Andro, Eevee, Drogos, you know, all those mobility champions, and you're trying to jump, and you notice that some of your jumps seem like they have heavy gravity or something, where it's pulling you straight down. It doesn't even jump. It's like you jump 10% of the jump you were supposed to jump. So you sort of understand what I'm talking about at this point. You've seen a lot of people already complaining about it. Some people suffer it, not everyone. Alright, not everyone suffer it. I don't know exactly why. But now I'm going to be talking about why has been what has been happening and when this started, and also that possibly there has been found a solution by the devs of Paladins. All right, this has not just been happening in Paladins, this also has been happening in Realm Royale, but apparently Realm Royale is a little bit different. It's actually lag, not actually package loss. I don't know exactly what's going on there, so we'll talk about that later. Even if we don't, it's not really important. We really want to talk about Paladins. So back when IO came out, if you guys remember, that was after crossplay hit, right? There is some theories that say that crossplay is the reason why this is happening. Some other people say that it's not. Back when IO came out, though, I was having a huge sort of lag that, if, for example, if I was playing Maeve, I was trying to throw my daggers and they would not get out of my hands on the right time. So it would be really hard to track people or hit them. And with a number 36 ping, to be playing as if you had like through 200 to 300 ping, it was kind of rough, especially when you've been used to play Maeve for almost 2 years or 3 years with only 30 ping, which is kind of hard. So it was really hard for me to play with that. But soon after, I saw Uber Spady talking about this, saying that he deleted all of his friends. Now, for some people, even with a lot of friends, it doesn't really make sense, right? This doesn't help that much. You know, this is not the reason why they have the lag, because even if they do have those friends, some people have the lag, some others don't have the lag. But the thing is, when I started deleting friends, just like Uber Spady did, basically everything started to be better, and it was weird. I just decided that, you know what, I'm gonna keep my friends list really low. Now, recently, this has happened to Adrix as well. He found out that apparently having friends on his list was also creating this sort of lag. The loading vendors and everything else. Initially, I did not understand because he was complaining about loading vendors, so if I knew that he was having issues in-game with the same type that I was having, I would probably still told him to delete his friends. Eventually, somebody told him to delete his friends because he used another person's account who didn't even have a lot of friends, so he noticed that it probably was the solution, and yes, it worked. But after all of this, it happened again, and it happened worse, right? Initially, we thought that, yeah, maybe we need to delete every friend, because I was keeping my friends list at 100 people. So I went down to 30. And still didn't fix it 100%. And I was playing on Europe, so you guys can have the idea. But one day I decided to play with my wife's account. And surprise, surprise, it was perfect. I was playing on Europe with no package loss, no delay, no lag, nothing. It was perfect. It was like, it was like you're blind and you have glasses to see 100% for the first time. It felt great. It felt amazing. So I decided, no, I'm deleting all my friends because my wife's account doesn't have any friends. I'm going to 0 friends. I don't need the friends either way, because some people would use that just to Q snipe me because they could see that I was in queue at that precise time since I was on the friends list. So from then on, I've been having the list at 0. But the problem is that did not solve it. It did make it better somehow, maybe because some of these people who were my friends were from other platforms, from probably Epic, consoles, and etc. And maybe inside of the game it was taking a little bit longer because it was trying to retrieve their data. I don't know exactly why. But in the last few weeks, There's been devs from the team that have been trying to solve this issue. And in fact, they actually even tried to put us in a cloud server to try to fix the issue with the main server, which it was basically some sort of a security problem in etc. When I don't know exactly what happened there, I don't know the necessary terms, and honestly, it's not really necessary. Once they saw that they had everything correct, they brought us back into the normal server, especially because, you know, cloud servers can be really expensive. But the thing is, we were still having these issues. How was my solution to solve this issue, for me at least, was playing in Latin America. I'm guessing because of the lack of players in Latin America compared to North America and Europe, the two main places where this issue was happening, right? But today, on Reddit, Shannon, if you guys don't know who he is the studio head executive producer of Paladins. He came up with a post on Reddit around 3 hours ago, to be more precise, with some information about this entire thing, because he's been posting us, you know, with every development they've been doing for the last few weeks to try to solve this issue, and this is the conclusion they got. As you guys remember, I said in the beginning that, you know, Realm Royale was having this issue, but Smite was not. And even yesterday, I was talking to my wife about this subject, and I was even saying that it's weird that Smite doesn't have this issue. I went to play Smite, I was playing on Europe, and everything was great, perfect. So what was wrong? And apparently, they compared some things between Paladins and Smite finally to try to figure out this issue. Even tried to basically compare it with old patches to see if there was something different in the code. All seemed normal. So I'm gonna put this in terms that it's easy to understand, so you guys, even if you go and read out that post, you sort of can still understand what's going on. Basically, they compare the things of the package that it's being sent, the information that it's being sent, and I'm going to be talking about movement packets, which for a lot of people, you know, movement packets per second. Let's just go with data, 90 of data. Okay, so it'd be easier for you guys to understand. Imagine the following: the game is set up to when we have more than 10 players or more, we're supposed to be sending every single one of us 90 data, or 90 movement packets per second, right? But if we have lower than that, we get 45. Now, as they are stating here on that post, we don't really need the 90, all right? It's not necessary 90 entirely, just to have a smooth experience. But you know, they had it like this. This is basically what it was before. It was the old code, and it was like this. It never actually created problems until now. Maybe because of some new champions, or maybe because of the increased amount of people on the servers, and that entirely, you know, started going against the maximum packets that they could send on all the games simultaneously. I don't know exactly what it is, right? Nobody knows what triggered it. But we're glad that now there is some sort of an idea that this is the issue. But basically, what was happening is, as you guys probably know, we have 10 players. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, what happens when one person crashes? Well, technically speaking, there's still a player. And that's why I'm mentioning this, because it's not just the bot that it's also a player. Every single thing in the game that, you know, acts as whatever automatically, or even like I'm talking about a turret or a Yin clone or the Luna or the dragon from Imani. Every single one of these things are treated as a player. So basically we always have more than 10 players. So we're always sending 90 packages per second, right? Packets per second. But why was it creating issues then? Was it because it was too much to send? No, it was because apparently the old code, what it would do is, as soon as somebody with the ability to spawn something else, like a clone or a turret or anything else, the game would assume that the moment that this person would trigger the ability, right, it would basically do a 45. It would go from 90 to 45 for every single player. So automatically, as soon as somebody has a deployable and they would use it, it automatically would create an issue for everyone, right? Then apparently when that clone or anything else that it is would be destroyed, it would go back to normal, but it would spike again. It would spike the package loss again. It would do something like that. So in conclusion, the code has some sort of an issue on their part on, you know, the movement that it's sending, the packets that it's sending per second, based on the number of players. And I believe that even the payload is also sending information. I remember talking to Bugsy, and he was telling me that he would have this issue mostly before the, you know, the first point fight. You know, when the payload would spawn, it'd be okay. So yeah, it's pretty much what they're talking about. I don't know exactly the terms and how is this working, how is it affecting people, and why it only affects some people and not others. Maybe the fact that I have 0 friends also helps me, because in that game, for example, I have the game recorded, he was having a ton of lag and I was not. And, you know, he was on the enemy team, it was weird. So I ended up talking to him and he was telling me that it would have the lag mostly before that first fight, before the payload would spawn. And after that it would be normal, and then again at the beginning of the next spawn it would do again the next round. So I'm guessing that the payload is also connected to this. I'm not confirming anything, by the way. This is not even mentioned on that Reddit post. I'm just giving my own opinion about this, since this is also sort of the information I collected from players who were complaining about the lag/package loss. So apparently last night they pushed a small update in Paladins. As of right now, I haven't tested the game. I will be testing the game, and as soon as everything is fine, as soon as everything is better, I will be doing a final update video about this subject. As of right now, I just wanted to transmit this information. Alright, so anyone who got until the end of the video and listened to everything I said, I hope you guys understood. If you did not understand, if you have some sort of an issue or thing that you did not understood, please, by all means, just ask away in the comments. If you didn't make it all this time, you know, probably you didn't want to listen the entire thing, there's a link in the description for the Reddit post, so I mean, I hope you noticed it, so you can go and read it. I'll even put it on the pinned first comment of the comment section, so you guys will see it. But yeah, basically, apparently they found something. It may not fix everything, but at least for now, we may be going on a good direction. Now, as for Realm Royale, I really don't know how that's going to be fixed, which sucks, because yesterday, for example, I tried to play Realm Royale and it was huge lag. Maybe playing on a different server could be different. Maybe EU is just filled with people from consoles and everything. I gotta say one thing. I love crossplay, but ever since crossplay came into the game, these issues have been more frequent than ever. So if this is a thing because of crossplay, then maybe, just maybe, crossplay should only exist in customs. I don't know. But that's just my opinion, my 2 cents on the matter. And it doesn't really matter, because what I'm trying here to do is just bring you guys information. And that's pretty much it. I'm not going to prolong the video anymore. It's pretty much that I just told you the entire 13 minutes of the video. So I hope that you guys got the information and you understood what I'm saying. Again, if you did not understood, by all means, please go into Reddit and read the post. I'll make sure to even, you know, retweet this on Twitter as well, so anyone who has not seen the video, or at least did not even heard about this, gets the information out. And again, just one final thing, please, by all means, get the match IDs of matches with package losses and lags, and send it to go on. I believe that it's some certain place. I don't know exactly where the places are. I believe that it's on Discord and on Reddit. So just go on Discord and ask where you have to report these. You'll find it easy. I'm currently reporting them to the community managers, both community managers, both Avi and Romanova. So you know, that's an easy way to do it, unless you probably just want to do it on the forums, the Reddit, or even the Discord. So just ask away on Discord. You'll probably find it really quick. There's the official Paladins Discord, in case you don't know, so just go there and ask away. That's pretty much it. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, have a wonderful time, and stay safe. Bye-bye, people.
Do